murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story.
Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Denver Broncos. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Yellow. 180. Attack. Nice hit.
Hey, check right 57.
Nice hit.
Mahomes now on first down. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 25 yards that time.
And a first down, Chiefs.
Yellow. 180. 43.
57. Mike, 57. It's a party now. It's a party now. Bravo. 57, Mike 57.
Nice hit.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. Pretty good start right off the bat there with throws 1 and 2.
He's not locking in on just one target early, is he? Spreading it around a little bit as this game gets started.
Back-to-back first downs. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the Broncos' 38-yard line.
I don't need to. There's a 180.
We ain't beginning to try you up.
Come back.
Don't get nervous.
Hey, color.
Mahomes going to throw. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Yellow. 180.
Squeeze, double up. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. Check 15. Check the back.
I don't need to.
Check your heartbeat.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And going deep for Hill. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. This is going to be a good one-on-one battle to watch. Both of these guys play the game at the highest level.
Both of them are terrific competitors. They play the game with great athleticism and smarts as well.
And in this early round, the defense wins. Butker's kick here is good. And the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points.
Here we go.
Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Let's go.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now a carry for Lindsay. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
That throw into the arms of Allen, and this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Set, ready? 8, read.
Check 53's right.
61, matchbox, lights.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up.
Let's go.
Into the red zone, it's Locke. He completes this to Sutton. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
At the 9-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Go, go, go.
5, 5. Get it.
Again, it's Locke. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. It was Breland Speaks getting home to the quarterback that time. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
Check, check, check. Check, 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 check. Watch the safety creep. Check, check.
Locke going to try and throw on third down. And this is going to be incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. And this one is no good. He missed it. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Mahomes now on first down. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. From the gun on third down, Mahomes. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. And now a high kick trying to pin him back. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, orbit.
Locke now on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Strong right, strong right, strong right.
Hey, rib blitz.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
Attack.
Watch twist.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. That'll bring up second down. Mahomes now to throw. He's going to fire this thing deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. And finally out of bounds just inside the 10. An outstanding pickup there for the Chiefs. 42 yards. This will be their first trip to the red zone. They've got it first and goal to go. Now it's Carson. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
He was brought down at the 4-yard line. A 4-yard gain brings up second and goal at the 4-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. Second and goal. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. Second and goal. Here's Carson, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to bring up an interesting third and goal.
Let's go, B. Big series right here. We got to step it up. Check 30.
They run it with Carson, able to power through. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. A rough go there on third down, a loss of 4. Okay, so you just took the big loss. Now what are you doing on fourth down?
Well, we have a change of plans now is what we have, because I think they were looking at the play sheet, trying to dial something up to go for it on fourth down. But after that loss, that goes right out the window. Now you have to kick the field goal and hope to come back down the next time and score.
This one taken from the 7. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets them up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's second and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Geis. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, third and 1.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Okay, ready?
53, Mike.
General West. Hey. High 7. Ready.
Clock now to throw. Open man, it's Allen. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
They go play action here on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Back, go, Jackrabbit, come on. Leap river.
Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets them to 3rd and 3 now.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
Fofo's the Mike. Mike's Fofo. In your face.
Hey.
Mike, 44. Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go.
Again, they'll throw with Locke. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 44-yard line. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
The offense on third down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in, your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe something to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
First down, Chiefs.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at the half, a reminder we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Denver has the first down. The play going for 15 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Chris Jones on the stop. Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10.
Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20. I don't think you got it, son. There we go, Mike 20.
No.
I got him.
Go.
Hey, Mike 20, Mike 20.
Five.
Throwing on first down is Locke. Looking downfield for Godwin. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Well, earlier in the quarter when the defense was keying on the run, you said offensively they need to open things up, take some shots downfield. Didn't work there, but they did it.
Yeah, I'm not going to change my tune now. I still think it's the right play because when you take those shots downfield, you open the eyes of the defense to what you could do to them, and that may open some things up for you offensively.
Who's that? Is that yours? Who's that?
Hey, Delta.
Hey, check, Mike.
Ready?
Block again here on 2nd and 10. Got a man open. It's Sutton. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a timeout called for by the defense as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, check, Mike 21, Mike 21, check.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. The intended receiver there, Allen, but it's going to be 2nd down. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Yes.
Check, Mike 21, Mike 21, check, Mike 21. Bandit.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Mike 21, Mike
Speed grip.
Locke will try again on 2nd down. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. So a big play before the end of the half to get them into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Mahomes now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10.
What you got? What you got, Heavy?
43! Attack!
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Peek ahead.
Final shot before the half from Mahomes. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Ready for the start of the 3rd quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. This will be taken about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
Let's go.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long.
Check hot route. Hot. Check safety.
Protein spill. Snap.
Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
It's a gain of 5. 3rd and
10.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Hey, team 6.
Check Mike 21. Check Mike 21. Focus, defense, focus. Hey, check Mike 21. Check Mike 21.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th. The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
This is Carson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Tackle made that time by Vita Vea.
tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Second and 5 now. Mahomes. They complete it to Hill. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Yellow.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 34. They'll run it now out of the gun. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20 and down to the 16-yard line. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time.
And the first down, Chiefs.
Yellow.
On first down, it's Carson, and it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Working from the gun, Mahomes completes it to Hardman. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting them in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Let's go, deep, tighten up. Let's go, deep.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So making 4 out of 4 now in the field goal department, and he's able to extend their lead.
When drives are bogged down, he's been automatic out there. So nice to have a kicker you can count on to put points on the board.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I have to think a major focus at a halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? They'll run on first down. Lindsey. And he stopped immediately there. Dorian O'Daniel, 3rd-round pick in 2018, made the tackle. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
18 Gator. 5.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Locke looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6.
Hey, Echo.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field.
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Frank Clark able to drop in that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the 2nd miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Von Miller in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Mahomes going to throw. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco 1st down. So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. They look to throw. It's Locke. For Keenan Allen, that's complete. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for them. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who have had the receivers on lockdown.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. A good 1st down call as the screen play gets him 9.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
On 2nd down, it's Carson. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the 4th quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs 1st down. Mahomes now perfect since the 2nd half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. Kendall Fuller in on the stop.
All right, right. That's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. They run again with Carson. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Boy, tight game like this, fourth quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. As we get late in this one, is altitude a factor for a visiting team in Denver? Is that something that's overplayed?
No, it's real, and I know a lot of the visiting teams like to downplay it because they don't want to get into the heads of their players, but you can't avoid it. As soon as you get to the locker room, you get to the stadium, they always post it in there. Welcome to Denver. Altitude 5,280 feet. The air is rare.
It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3-and-out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing all over the field and getting pushed down it.
They'll try to run with Carson. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Chris Carson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the 2-point try.
Get ready, get ready, get ready. Check it backer, check it backer. Showing up, showing up.
It'll be Carson. They run for it. And did he get the football to break the play? No, he did not. They'll say he's out of bounds, shy of the goal line, and they'll be denied on the 2-point conversion. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive,
he's got a man, complete. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They fake the handoff, now Locke. Flushed out right. He's got Allen. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Great gains back-to-back. Last time over 30 yards, better than 20 here. Into the red zone, it's Locke. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Locke. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Throwing his Locke on 3rd down. to the end zone, but it's incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive.
Hey, Delta. Yo, go.
Hey, yep. Tight down. There you go. Football's the mic.
Look at me. Go.
No. Off.
Hey, Alpha. Five.
Locked to throw for it on fourth. And finding Keelan Cole. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. They got it first and goal as they look to punch in a late score. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. From the 2 now, second and goal. Clock now to throw. The quick slant caught. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
I got one. Hey, check Mike 21. Check Mike 21.
They'll go for it. It's locked. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. An opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Carson. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. On 3rd down, it's Carson, and he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Now Edwards to kick as he sends it away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
You hate to give the ball away here in the 4th quarter while you're just holding a slim lead, but that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
Come on.
Hey, Echo.
Hey, check Mike 21. Check Mike 21. Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball.
There.
He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time, and now it's second down. So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Lock to throw. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down.
Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. Hey, time.
Back to throw. Lock. And he is going to go down for the 5th time tonight, and this one is going to be a safety. And that disastrous play, partner, is ultimately going to seal their fate in this one, isn't it?
It certainly is, because they gave up the 2 points, but that's not really what did it. It's having to give up the football. And because they gave up the football, guess what? The other team now can take the ball and close this game out.
So this one